I
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the KY Esports Interhouse tournament. This is day 5, and we are playing some Valorant. Of
the
course,
what do you call it? The map pick
we
ready.
were live a little bit earlier today, and the first match we saw was Diamond versus Topaz. Now,
I
the match we will be seeing today is later on will be Diamond playing once again, but this time against a new team which we have yet to see on stream, that being Sapphire. Of course, we had a bit of course, it's just me. It's just me for now because Ali is busy, so he will not be casting. I will be the only one doing the casting this time around. But no matter. Just gonna get straight into the discussion. So, to my knowledge, at least from what I know of Sapphire, is a lot of their players are they're the most I guess diverse team in terms of ranks. From how I've been informed, I've been told that they have a couple of X Radiants and some Immortal players, but they also have a few silvers. So their like I guess skill bracket is incredibly wide, and of course having a couple of Radiants and very high elo players, nothing to scoff at. So I would not be surprised, of course, if they were to just take the win. But of course, they are against none other than Diamond, which we saw earlier today. We saw them take the 2-0 victory over Topaz. Now, just a quick recap for anybody who wasn't here for those games. The first map was Corrode. Diamond had a very significant lead, 6-0 in the first half before a bit of a throw. They went down to overtime and they took it off. They took it all, 15-13. In the second map, we had Ascent, and this was a bit more clean, a bit more dominant from the side of Diamond. They took the map 13-6, I believe, and yeah, so we will soon be moving into map bans, and once we do, we can start getting a bit of an idea for how these teams want to play. So I will just quickly go over the maps. Of course, Diamond is a bit favored here because Diamond is a bit disadvantaged here because their kind of how they play on certain maps has been exposed because of the fact that they played earlier today. So they previously played on Ascent and they previously played on Corrode. We did see all the 2 3-side maps banned previously, that being Lotus and Haven. I would not be surprised to see either one of these teams try and pick one of those sites because I think the overall ranks, I guess, on between these two teams are a bit on the higher end. So you just tend to see a bit more coordination there, and being able to play a couple 3-side maps in this sort of high coordination game, it can be pretty beneficial for which team can pull it off well. So I'm not sure about site selection just yet, but based on what I'm seeing here, we have uh, Sapphire. They will be on the attack, and yeah, so we have Sapphire on attack, and we have Diamond on defense. Of course, new faces on the side of Topaz. Not Topaz, sorry, Sapphire. Haven't seen them before, and yeah, I might as well just let you guys know now. Currently, Garnet and Topaz will also be playing a game simultaneously, but we will not be streaming that game. We will be streaming this game between Diamond and Sapphire. So, in the meantime, we can just talk a little bit about how I guess Diamond likes to play on the maps that we have seen them on. For the first map we saw, which was on Corrode, we saw Diamond. They typically played a little bit slower, and they like to kind of, I guess, bleeding out is the correct way of putting it. They like to kind of bleed out their opponents. We saw if they can get control in the early to mid round, like they can really play their the last 30 seconds of the round phenomenally well. And I think a good example of that was probably, I would say, Corrode, because we saw a lot of the times that Diamond lost was mostly because Topaz was incredibly quick with how fast they played. They would hit a site really early on within the first 10-15 seconds, and if their execute went well, it was very rare for Topaz to be able to kind of give up that site because Diamond would lose a member or two on that site, and then all 5 members of Topaz are just in your face immediately, and it's really difficult to play that 3v5 retake. But as we saw, if Diamond can kind of get around that weakness and they can kind of hold their sights better when it comes to just fast rushes, Diamond should be able to just kind of outmaneuver their opponents. Of course, that was what we would say for Topaz, but of course, Sapphire, completely new. Fresh faces, be interesting to see how they play as well. So, I guess overall predictions is I would predict that both teams will be playing I would say about a medium pace. I don't think we're going to see any fast rushes for the most part. Maybe we will occasionally, but I wouldn't bet on seeing them like how Topaz played, where it was kind of a constant kind of rush. And I do believe we will be getting into map bans soon. But also, at the meantime, we might as well talk about agents, because we saw already a numerous amount of agents picked from the side of Diamond. Of course, we had KYESC, who I think we can probably agree was probably the MVP of both maps for Diamond there. And the first map, of course, we saw him play the Deadlock, and the second map, we saw him play the Sova. Both games, he top fragged, and both games, more so on Corrode than Ascent, he was kind of the entry for his team, despite not playing a duelist. He'd hit a site really fast, and then he would get the kills he needed, and then there you go. There's a, well, not fast, but he would enter the site alone, get a couple of kills, and then just completely take over the site from there. And yeah, we will be getting into map bans very soon. And I do believe what we have on screen here is we see Abyss and Pearl, and Split, which we have yet to see picked in the tournament. We saw Bind banned out pretty quickly at the start of the tournament. I would prefer to see like some new maps, of course, just for the sake of entertainment value, but at the same time for the sake of strats, because we would see different strategies that we haven't seen before. Of course, like I said, these two teams are a little bit on the higher end of the skill bracket, so it'd be interesting to see how they sort of put these strategies to use. Of course, Band's not in just yet, but I think just off of prediction, based on what I remember seeing from Diamond, we saw Split and Lotus, I think, banned from Diamond pretty early on. Abyss was banned pretty quickly as well. Of course, previously Topaz had the Bind, Haven, and Lotus bans. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what Sapphire's strategy going into this would be, but I would assume we may see another Ascent. Oh wait, no, Ascent's not in this ban. Okay. I guess I would say more. I don't want to say strategic map, because every map is strategic. I think I'd rather say more 50-50 maps, where we had Ascent, which me and Ali talked about how typically speaking it is defender sided, but how Pacific plays it can kind of spin that narrative a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Bind, for example. Like, I think Bind is a map that a lot of people prefer to play, because it's one of the OG maps. It's been here since the very start. I think it's gone through very little changes. I'm trying to recall if there were even any. I think, yeah, they changed the boxes by shower, but that's about it. They added just that little extra box, and that's it. That's all they really changed about Bind. So I talked about this with Ali, how Ascent, I think it's the only map in the game that has actually stood the test of time and has not been changed at all. Actually, now I think about it, Split as well. Those two maps been around since the start, have yet to be changed at all. Very few modifications to the map, if any. And I'm interested to see where these teams decide to go in terms of their map picks, and also that will influence their agents. And we see Abyss is the first map taken away, and that is one of Diamond's bans, and that is what they did the previous series. They did also ban that, and Pearl going to be taken out by Sapphire, so that's very long sightline map. I think like one of the better maps to play double smokers on. So that map is out of here. In terms of double smokes as well, since I'm on that topic, I would expect to see Haven as well. If they don't really want to play with double smokes, I wouldn't be surprised to see Haven banned either. Split is gone. There's the Corrode ban as well. And we're down to Bind, Sunset, and Haven. So we are guaranteed to be playing a new map from what we've seen previously from either Diamond, from match between. So I'm not sure whose ban it is. I believe it is. I believe it's Diamond's ban. This last ban here. So they did ban Bind previously. They could go for that again, or they could try and play a different map. Of course, this is a BO2, so we'll be playing two different maps, and we will be playing Bind and Haven. Sunset is gone. Depending on, I'm trying to just think of here from what I've seen from Diamond and what they pick here. I think Brim, I think people agree, is Brim and Viper are probably the de facto best smokes on Bind, and actually the Bind pick goes to the Sapphire, and Diamond will be playing Haven. But yeah, Bind, typically you have you can play double smokers on this map, you can play a single smoker on this map, and the smokers that you do play, typically Brim or Viper, I think people can agree that they are kind of the best smokers to play on Vine in particular, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Omen either, because Omen is a bit more of a comfort pick for a lot of players. Of course, we saw Diamond, like they had Meeks before, and Meeks was their smokes in their first match, and then in the second game on Ascent, he was on the duelist. In terms of duelisting, I can only really speak for Diamond, so I would
y'all ready?
About to come is probably going to be on the Jet again.
ready.
Twice today already. Ice, I assume, was very flexible. He's played the Deadlock, he's played the Sova on the previous map as well. So I think the kind of X factor coming into this will probably be how differently they kind of approach this, and we're about to get straight into Agent Select here, and yeah, we see Meeks once again. He was previously on the Astra in the first map, and he's picked it this time around. Ball about to come, actually not playing the Jet, he's opting for the Reyna instead, Ice. Hovering the Cypher and Goyeonjung, we did see him on the Fade before in the first map, was monumental for his team to win that, and it's hovering it now. On the side of Sapphire though, we have the Brim hover, which I was just talking about, and I didn't talk about Sentinels very much, but from what I know, I think this is one of the few maps where Chamber is still somewhat playable, but at the same time, if we see a Sage, I wouldn't be all too surprised. Again, one of the Sentinels that are really good on this map. I think Vise has lost a lot of value on this map as well. But you know, just looking at the hovers overall from the side of Sapphire, we have Sky, pretty standard initiator for this map as well. We have Raze, one of the probably the best duelist on this map. We've got Reyna, who I assume is a comfort pick. We've got the Sage, which I just talked about, and then we have this ISO hover, but I don't think we're gonna get the ISO. It's Clove actually, which is not something you really see a lot in coordinated play. It's something you see more in solo queue. And back to Diamond, Ice is playing the Cypher there, which is not something he played previously, not in the last two games at the very least. We've got Meeks on the duelist once again, but he and Bala Batukam have swapped. Hot diff. I was just talking about the Clove pick, and he will be on the Clove pick. So I don't think Clove is... I could be wrong about this, but I'm not entirely sure how good Clove is on Bind. Maybe she's good everywhere, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it'd just be interesting, because this is the first time I'm also going to be casting a Clove, because I've never seen Clove picked in these sort of games, so it'll be interesting to see kind of where they go with this. Right, we are going to go with the setup. Oh, there are a few stream issues, so just pardon us. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, I would assume we see a pretty standard take from Sapphire here, because they are on the offense. I would like to see just 5-man stacking. It's pistol round, typically speaking, these rounds go quite quick. Looks like a 5-man stack towards B. Goyeonjung and Meeks playing up in Hookah. Hot diff behind them in the site. Oh, they've got that line up. It doesn't quite land. I don't think the Gecko got his... Flat is going to get out of there. Goyeonjung, he's all alone. He's looking up and he's going to fall. That hurts. First blood of the series. Already getting rotated. I see stuck in the 2P, and he's going to find Aoife. That Molly. Oh, the Molly doesn't reach him. Chunga has to push it. That hurts as well. They can't get through. The TP door is not going to open, and he's stuck in this Molly, but won't be there for too long. It's Ice. We'll find Chunga. Kibo as well. Not looking the right way. Meeks picks it up. Ball about to come. Gets that hurts as well. It's all on Peridot. He finds one. He's looking for the other. Calm shots, but it does not land. Ball about to come with a 2-piece. They pick up the first round, and it's looking once again like a Diamond masterclass.
It helps with accuracy.
Yep. I mean, we talked about it. You know, Diamond very, very good if you can't get control from them early, and you know they tried to. I mean, like props to Sapphire. They did try and get some of that control back by pushing into Hookah aggressively, especially at the start of the round. But I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch if that Gecko flash, I'm not sure if it reached over the wall and actually hit anybody, and Meeks just had to kind of get out from that. But they, even though Sapphire did get the opening pick, it just wasn't really enough to really convert the round for them. And Diamond, they just kind of flooded in the back into the site, and they just won their gunfights really well. And I say that where Ice with that Guardian just finds very, very quick pick onto Hebo. Ice is Cam. Not destroyed, but it's trap wire.
No.
It's gone now. What about the home shower was 1, 67 HP on Chunga. The shots don't land. That's a heal over. That's 2 more kills from all about to come on this round. It's all unpaired up. The shots don't land. He's running. He's gunning. Neeks finds it. Go ahead, jump. Just TP'd over. It's all on Yifa. Only player left. Only a classic in hand. No armor, nothing. Spike not in hand. This is looking like a flawless round for Diamond. The shots don't land. Hot Dilf will find it 2-0. Flawless for Diamond. And I guess, you know, this is a pretty standard occurrence. You'd see, you know, you won the pistol round, you get the buy on the next, and you just kind of roll over your opponents that way. But you know, now we've got Sapphire on the buy, and you know, they should be able to get rifles. They should be able to go into this, and they will definitely have the advantage this round. If I can get a quick look at the scoreboard, we can also get a quick look at the ultimates and see what they have available. I will look at that in a second. Again, right another 5-man stack B for the side of Sapphire with Yifa. Soul member playing long. Going with the dog forward. Doesn't quite connect, but he will get the information out of it. Neeks has to run. Yeah, Sapphire, they've taken control of this hookah. They just have to try and get the side. Not much denial here currently for the side of Diamond. Chunga. No idea. Neeks is in the smoke! He dashes out, gets one, but he's traded immediately. Hebo will find Tae, shutting him down, going on jump. Still sitting in the container.
Look at that.
Is taken off. Hebo with a well-placed headshot finds Hot Dilf. Going on jump finds one, he finds 2. Well played for him to try and salvage the round, but it's a 1 versus 2. Ball about to come. He's flashed out. He smoked out rather. He's gonna flash in. Looking for 1. He finds 1. The dismiss in a 1 versus 2. He digs him. He moves on 1 HP, and ball about to come. He clutches it in a 1 versus 2. So well played for him. He is smoked out. He drops anyway. Has the flash out. Finds the kill. Onto that hurts, and he uses the dismiss to buy himself time. He dings Hebo, and then he just gets the perfect readjustment, and he gets the kill. Fantastic from Balawatukum. Absolutely saves the round for Diamond. They walk away with a 3-0 lead. Like, this is really, really bad for Sapphire. They are forced on the eco here, and if they can't get the Thrifty, this is going to be a 4-0 lead for Diamond. You know, this is something we saw in the first game on Corrode. Diamond was also running away with a big lead, and you know, it looks like history is bound to repeat itself, but you know, Sapphire, they really have to try and find, you know, some way into this. On the eco here, did see a Marshall picked up for the Reyna. Most players on the side of Sapphire are on ecos except for Hebo. He has that Vandal, the hero Vandal. He has to look for something with it. I'm gonna try for the 5-man stack. Balabatunga already popped his Empress. The ice. Fishing and fishing, not finding anything, but Hebo, that hero rifle paying its dividends. Man advantage swung in the favor of Sapphire. Plant is coming down. Hebo, he will fall, but the plant will go down as well. Look at Meeks, he's already dashed up. They know he's here. Balabatunga, wait, I think he may be. Never mind. I thought Yifa may have seen him. The shots don't land. But Goyen Jung and Ball about to come. He's gonna fancy himself an ace. He's already picked up 4 with the Empress. Chunga pushing forward. He's spraying the defuse. Shots don't land, and Meeks will hunt him down. Ace denied, but it is another round for Diamond. They go 4-0. It's looking rough for Sapphire. They will be able to buy the next round, but this eco, it's just completely in favor of Diamond now. I think if I could get a look at the economy, I'm curious to see just how much money we have sitting on them. Yeah, look at that. Hot Dilf and Ball about to come very close to maxing out. The only person that had to buy is Stay Ice, and you know, even then can always be bought for him. Ball about to come on an absolute tear, 10-0. You know, this is the performance I expected to see when I saw Reyna, and is he delivering? Meeks gets a kill. That's a dash out. Will be traded by Hebo. The Seekers is popped. Diamond is gonna have to retreat into the site, but Hot Dilf through the smoke will find Chunga. Oh, Peridot, he's just going in. He satchels in. He finds going on jump. The boom bot will be deployed. Little no hot. There was he's stuck in a 1 vs 3. There's a fight. Yifa finds 2 quick kills. It's all about to come. He's come up huge before. He has to do it again. He finds 1. He dashes out. It's a 1 vs 2. It's a 1. He won. No! He's trying to find it in the wall bang. Ball about to come. He's absolutely crazy. 5-0 lead for Diamond. This man is insane. This guy, I mean, he's come up huge. He's had 2 clutches now. He was on the cusp of an ace last round. Like, ball about to come. He had a bit of a sleeper match during his ascent game.
What do you need?
Didn't really get the frags you'd expect from a duelist, but this game he's surely woken up. He's showing off just how good of a player he is. And if you look at the buys from Sapphire, they're not completely out of it just yet, but that hurts. And Chunga only buying SMGs, rifles for the rest of Sapphire. Malabat he's feeling himself. The swing, a little bit too aggressive there. Swings out, does not get the kill. Kiva will pick it up. Sage Rev is available even if someone wants to die there. The flash comes through. So Goyeonjung, he fights 1, he fights 2. Taeyeon's pushed with him, and it's a massacre in Hookah. They find 3. The Neural Theft will expose Yifa in Paradox position. They know they're stuck in Garden. The blast pack forward to get him out of that sticky position. Not entirely sure if Yifa still has a heal, but hasn't quite easily that. Taeyeon is watching the flank. Paradox finds Meeks. Yifa finds hot Dilf as well. It's all on Taeyeon and Goyeonjung. The showstopper used will not connect.
Grenade!
Yeah, both members of Sapphire unsure of where these Diamond players are.
You
One
will
puts up
not
one.
kill my
Rash
ally!
going to be deployed. In comes the ultimate. The res comes in as well. Pavement trying to peek. He sees him. Gets the wall bang and Taeyeon from behind. And he's there. And it's fantastic team play from Diamond to secure themselves a 6-0 lead. This is just a massacre for Diamond. You know, they showed this dominance on Corrode, and they're showing it here on Bind. They're just playing fantastically here. That team play from Taeyeon and Goyeonjung, that info gain from the Thrash, from the Wingman, the detainment, he spotted Yifa, tucked into the wall, got the wallbang kill, and yo, Chunga, he was still detained. He couldn't do much, and it was all on Peridot, and he got flanked. So difficult for them to play that round. That threshold had to be game winning. But now, once again, Sapphire are on the go. Round slowed down significantly. Once again, they are trying a bit of a stack. Of course, that hurts the only member who isn't fully here. The dash away. Goyeonjung will find Peridot. That's one of the entries down. They see him. Hebo has that Guardian shot, not quite landing. The flash forward. He's looking for the kills. He just tagged Goyeonjung. He has to run away. The balls on this man. He has no fear. Flashes and pushes it. Gets a bit of damage and gets out. That's all he can do right now with the disadvantage. Still on the side of Sapphire. We saw ball about to come. Believe he took the teleport. Quitting there. Finds one. Finds the kill on the Chunga. Pops to dismiss. Has to run away. Looking for the other. The sprays. He knows Yifa is only on the sheriff and he doesn't have enough bullets. Ball about to come. Finds it. Goyeonjung and Hot Dilf. They find the rest. It's 7-0. It's a flawless from Diamond. This is the first time we've seen them take 7 wins in a row, and they will be looking to extend it. The ultimates now for the side of Sapphire. They did have to expend a lot of ultimates in that round that they lost. You know, they lost the resurrection. They lost the showstopper. It's only just the Empress and the orbital from Brim. Empress immediately popped for Bala to come. The last time he had an ult on this site, he was on the cusp of an ace. Dog will trip the trap. Going for a paradox. Oh! Importantly, he dodges that trap. Oh, what a flick from Balabat to come. He finds it. Has the dismiss devour to get out as well. Balabat to come. He finds another. He's just on fire. He's looking for more. He's on the cusp of an ace again. Evo, he's stuck in the corner. He's peeking. He's trying to find one. Hot Dilf. He steals it away. Balabat to come. He loses his second ace of the series, but it doesn't matter.
Appreciate it.
They're on 8-0 now, Diamond.
Defuse the spike.
Sapphire floundering. At this point in the game, Hot Dilf will be given the defuse. I'm not sure if he will be given his ultimate off this defuse, but yes, he will. Yeah, and just ball about to come. Like, he's been on this site, he's popped his ultimate, and he's just gone crazy. He's 19-1. He has more kills than... He's double the kills of his second frag. And he's more than 3 times the kills of his opponent's top frag. Like, this is dominance incarnate. This guy, he just has that Empress. He uses it fantastically. I think of the 2 Empresses he's dropped, he's gotten 8 kills from it. He peaks aggressively, and sometimes it doesn't work, as we saw with that hookah play. But when it does work, this man, he pops off. And now Sapphire, once again, they're forced on an eco again. This feels like a similar song and dance that we've seen before, you know. They're on the eco. They try and push into B. They will be able to take hookah control, but just the guns aren't there for the side of Sapphire, and they lose out on the fights to the Diamond anchors on B. He's gonna be naded now. He has to push out a bit. He has to swing.
I've got
And
your
he's swinging the
trail.
5 people, rifle or not. You're not winning that, buddy. Ice will fall. The Seeker will be paired on. He's pushed himself all the way into
Jet's
CT,
grounded.
looking for a kill. He finds one. He's no idea that going jumps behind him. He's not pins it between 2. He finds one. The smoke bites him a little bit more time.
remaining.
It's there. And Peridot, the guns come alive for him as he finds 3, but he falls. The ball about to come. He has to do it again. He has to come up huge for his team, but Yifa will shut him down. And finally, Sapphire with signs of life. They
Now
take
we're
the
landing
first
haymakers.
round for them. Now this is huge. This is very, very big, because this is some way for them to guarantee that after a round they are at least not on the eco again. This has been kind of the same thing that's happened to them before. They had a bye, then they've lost, then they've had to go for an eco or a half, and then they lose again, and then it spirals. But now they've got their foot in the sand. They just have to dig, and they have to be able to try and convert this win somehow. I think we saw that the people did not buy full shields. He's only on light.
Got the
Not going in.
spike.
No intel gained off that. The dog, they should be able to spawn him. Oh, it doesn't! What about the come? He pushes forward in the whiff! He's too high up! His crosshair isn't low enough! That hurts, gonna find it. TIC sprayed through the smoke as well. That hurts immediately with the plan.
Spike planted.
People, we'll find go.
Up one of these.
And it's all on Hot Dilf, and it's all on Meeks. 2 a bit of the quieter members, but that's maybe all they need. It's a 2 versus 5. Ultimates on the side of both of them. Blade Storm probably will not be used here. Crossfire is held. They know Elbow is safe. That Sage Wall is there, not gonna get anyone to push through. Yeah, they're just gonna have to wait here.
Last player standing.
Meeks and Hot Dilf. Hot Dilf will fall. That hurts with the 3rd of the round. Looking for more. Meeks finds 1. Can't find the other. Peridot closes it out. And this is exactly what I was talking about previously. This is exactly how Diamond was able to lose such a commanding lead on Corrode. They explode in the early half, and they just win super, super hard. But once, you know, teams start to kind of throw their momentum off, when they start playing at their own pace and don't let Diamond dictate anything, they just lose out so much. I mean, of course, Balaba to come a bit too ambitious there, jumping into hookah. His crosshair wasn't low enough, couldn't find any of the shots. He just died. And from there on out, it was difficult to play. It was a 4v5. It was a 5 versus 2 in the site. The last 2 members from A had to rotate over. And again, it's just all about the execution. If a team can execute fast enough against Diamond, it feels like that's kind of their only weakness. I say that as TIC stops Peridot from pushing into showers.
Cage triggered.
4 versus 5, now in favor. TP taken by that hurts. Goyan Jung. He's found himself in a pretty big flank here. There's no one to really watch this. They don't have any util to kind of stop this flank. Oh, Goyan Jung. Here's it. The shots, they don't land, but the adjustment is there. That hurts falls. Sibo will find Bell about to come, shutting him down as well. And now it's a 3 versus 4. Favor still on the side of Diamond. You see the members of Sapphire, they're pushing in through showers. No one's watching this. T-Ice. He's totaled all the way in backside, but no, he's not. No one has a clear angle. No one's heaven. They've got no smokes either. If they have to push, this is completely open sightline. They have to watch. They can't smoke on the sideline and focus on 1. But Tejas finds 1. Tejas finds 2. He's just given 2 individual 1v1s, and he punishes them for that mistake. Hebo, the drop, doesn't find the shots. Hot Dilf, he finds it again. And, you know, this is, it just goes without saying, right? Diamond, when they are given pace, when they are given tempo to be able to play how they want to, they just shut their opponents out. You know, Sapphire, they couldn't blow onto a site fast enough. That's what they did previously, but this time they lost their one of their duelists, then they lost their smoke to an unlucky flank. And yeah, it was just difficult for them to play that. 3 versus 5, you give that man advantage, you give that tempo swing to Diamond, and oh, it's a rough watch. Now we have Goyen Jump. Just have battle in hand. Crosshair was a bit too low, but the adjustment's there. He finds Eva. Meeks, he still wants more, has to dash away, but he'll fall. Paradox with the headshot. Evo just forward, the counter straight. Not enough. He finds it. This is what I was talking about. They're trying to find the re-entry. As Hot Dip, he'll fall. Has the ultimate available. Is gonna pop it. Has the run. The showstopper doesn't land. 3 versus 3. The sights already taken on the favor. It's now a 2 versus 2. KYESC finds one. Hebo finds it. It's a 1 versus 2. Ball about to come. He's won these before. Shot stolen. He's pushing forward. Hebo with a 4-piece. They close it out 9-3. Sapphire
Switching
making
sides.
something go their way. Now we're on side swap, and this is kind of where the dynamic shift a bit. You know, previously it was Sapphire having to find avenues to play super fast and having to play, you know, aggressive in order to try and get space and hold that space from Diamond. But now, you know, it's the opposite, right? Like, they have to stop and kind of deny Diamond. But the issue with that is we saw this on Ascend and Corrode. Diamond, they're a pretty methodical team. They're a very mid-heavy team. They love to kind of prod you, gain a bit of info, gain where your anchors are, burn whatever util you can, and then they will just slowly suffocate a site. And you know, this is not unlike anything we've seen before. Like, if you're an avid watcher of pro play, we've seen stuff like this from, you know, teams like Fnatic or G2 or any other historically methodical team. And you know, this is what I mean. There's a bit of a contrast from what we see. Normally, we saw Sapphire play a very standardized 5-man stack, but now of course we have got Diamond. KYESC's different. He's on a different area, and Hebo didn't get to see that, but he's just taken out 2 members of Diamond. And Diamond, I think they've just won this round. Paired up, the shots are a little messy, but he does find the kill in the end. It's all on KYESC. It's a 1 versus 5. Not a scratch on anybody from Sapphire. I wish I could have seen how Hebo killed everybody there. But yeah, Spike, not in his hand. 5 players in his face. KYESC has to find something. Trying to fight. Shots don't land in Aoife. The counter strafe is there, and KYESC falls. Flawless on the pistol round from Sapphire here. There's not much to talk about this round. This is just purely the fact that, you know, they lost too many members way too early on the top side of Hookah. Hebo coming up clutch for his team. You know, I think if I can get a quick look at the scoreboard, I'm pretty sure Hebo, this guy, he's been an absolute menace. He's been finding all the frags he needs to. Yeah, there you go, 15 and 9. He finds all the clutch kills he needs to. Every single kill of his has had impact, and now he's got himself a dual rifle. Pink shell extended Peridot, and slowly getting a bit of a feel for what Diamond like to do. They like to send KYESC to kind of prod aside while they send a bit of a stack. Exactly what they did last time, but instead of Hookah, they push in straight into Garden. And that hurts.
Spike
with the
down.
top final kill. Still 2 half
enemy
HP, but
remaining.
Hebo, he's there to cover his teammate, and they're all just walking into the meat grinder. And now it's all on Meeks. They have no idea where he is. He's pushed all the way into elbow, and Changa with a quick 1-tap. That's another flawless.
They don't have a single
For Sapphire,
life left.
finally showing some signs of life. I believe they've won the last 4 rounds, or maybe 3 rounds in a row. But this is huge. They've converted their bonus, and now we're back into, I guess, what you would see is as a more standardized, like, economy pattern. You know, you win the first one, you win the second. Now your opponents are on the bye, and you're still on the force from the previous round. Of course, there are some forces here. Peridot will full force as well. Yifa. I don't think you can get up there, buddy. Not without your wall, at least. Yeah. Peridot, he's pushed up. Does have the mobility to get himself out if he needs to. Boombot already expended. You can hear KYESC hasn't cleared this. Oh, the trigger discipline. The trigger discipline. The trigger discipline! He finds one, can't find the other, but Chaka with the trade. It's well played overall from Sapphire.
Careful here.
It's difficult now for Diamond to hit this. They've lost a lot of their entry power. The only people they have left, really, is Chonga, or is Ball about to come rather, and Reyna, notoriously not the best at full pushing a site. Hot Dilf here. Pushed up. Trying to punish any sort of impatience. Jump spot. We'll see them. Here comes the flash. He's trying to find the shots. Goyeon Jung will find him instead. I believe that smoke actually blocked the flash from Hot Dilf, so he's able to walk out of that just fine. Yifa. To come. The flash on forward, but he's caught with his utility out. Yifa finds him. Wall, and Yifa finds another, but the shotgun is there. That hurts. We'll pick it up again and
Drink some water,
Sapphire,
reload
they
your
just pick
mags,
it
and
up.
let's get back out there.
3 rounds in a row on this half. Credit has to be given to Peridot. Being able to push all the way up into short. Trigger discipline, fantastic. Finds 1 kill. Is traded for the other, and the push from Diamond just falls apart. They've got no more entry power, and now they're stuck in a very, very, very foreign position. This is exactly what happened to Sapphire, but now turns have indeed tabled.
Go get him.
We have Diamond, they're the ones on the eco now. And they're playing this excruciating slow, not making any sound at all. Say that when the shot's already in, the ice plays aggressive with the stinger. He finds the kill. Has to do Hebo through the smoke. That's the opening pick for Diamond, and we know what happens when you give them man advantages. This has to be the round where they can put something. Ball about to come. Flash. Flashing anything. Shower wall is broken. Only a Stinger and a Sheriff for the side of this shower push. Yifa holding this angle. The wingman pushing in as well. You can see it on the map. The majority of the players on the side of Sapphire have already rotated here. They know that this is going to be the push. The dog will land the concuss. Mosh pit will be given. Hebo. He's pushing. There we go, Diamond. They're trying to play the tempo. They're trying to find the rotate. T-Ice! He's stuck himself at the site and he's gotten the kill onto that hurts. And they've just hijacked this round. It's 5 versus 3. Chonga. He's pushed up. He's pushed up Hookah. They know he's here. They hear the TPs as well. Goyeon Jung will find Chonga. It's all on Hebo and Yifa. Meeks pushes through. He's the sole player on the site. There's a trap wire in their face. They are going to have to get rid of this. If they want to push the site. Spy cam taken out. They know where at least one of their players are. Trap wire shot down. He has to clear this methodically. Meeks will fall. Another 10 seconds left on the spike.
Last player standing.
The fuse comes through. Goyeon Jung will find Yifa, but it's a trade. Hebo, he's trying to stick. He's going for the stick, but he's shot. He's straight through. He's going for the defuse. It's not enough. And Goyeon Jung, he'll find the kill. It's a thrifty from Diamond. He will fall. T-Ice as well. Oh no, that's not how you want the round to go if you're Diamond. Yes, you pick up the win, but you lose a lot of your guns. You will be able to buy in the end, but it would have been nice to hold on to some of them. That was really well played from Diamond. Very slow, very methodical. They got that early pick on a Peridot. And this is the same story we saw on Karot from T-Ice. He will push into the site on his own, completely silent, catch one of the anchors off guard, and his whole team will just commit a full skill rotate over, and they will take the site, and they will use that man advantage to just choke their opponents out. It's pretty equal. I say that, it's hot deal. We'll find Chonga and Yifa, and once again, man advantage in the favor of Diamond. He knows that someone's in U-Haul. Peridot finds it. He swings back up. All about to come with the trade. It's a 4 versus 2. Hebo's already pushed in. All about to come. He sees the gun. The shot's not land. Hebo will find it. It's a 3 versus 2. The flash is out. He does have the Seekers available. Will not use it just yet. The plant is not down. Oh, look at T-Ice. Look at the minimap. It's already stuck in. The shots don't land from that burst. T-Ice will find it. It's a 1 versus 3. Hebo pushes through. He needs to make something happen. But all that is waiting for him is Goyeon Jung's bullets, as he will fall in the teleporter. And finally, 2 rounds on the half for Diamond. And now we start to see the economy crumble for the side of Sapphire. They have to equal this round. They have to try and, kind of buy themselves whatever they can at this point. Diamond, they're not massively far ahead in terms of economy, but even if they do lose this, they will be able to buy another. They have secured themselves
This one begins.
another buy round. And this is a do or die in terms of economy.
One less.
Sapphire. The shots land. Wow, Hebo calm taps will find Meeks. Meeks with a bit of a slow clear there, and he will fall. And once again, 4 versus 5. Ball about to come. He's popped the Empress. The last time he did, came up huge for his team. He's trying to find whatever he can, but Hebo, I believe he crouched there through the box and he was able to get the kill. And this is exactly what you need if you're Sapphire. Get the early picks, punish the prodding from the side of Diamond. Get yourself man advantage this way. Go on jump. Has the gun advantage here. Oh, he caught him with the util! The wall is there, he loses a lot of HP, is going to have to heal. But Hebo was there as well. Top off, he fell back to full HP. 3 ultimates available to the side of Sapphire, and the fuse. The showstopper doesn't find anything. Paradox will fall. Hot Tail will pick it up. First on the round for Diamond. Take a look as well. Go Yeonjung, he's
30 seconds left.
Changa holding this close angle. He should have the advantage with the Spectre at this range. Reaction time is not there. The spray through. Very clean damage. Go finds Hot finds another. Hot Tail with the ultimate will keep himself alive. He knows he needs to try and find something. He's just pushing out. Eva's gonna fall. That hurts. Will get another kill back. It's a 1 versus 2. The Empress is still there. He has to plant. The plant going down. The ding. Ball about to come. Beautiful taps, and he will find that hurts. And it's match point for Diamond. We are on the cusp of another 13-6 for Diamond. They did it before the Ascent, and they're looking to do it again. All about to come. Like, he's an absolute X factor for Diamond. Previously it was Thais, and of course Thais, he's been incredibly impactful this game as well, but Ball about to come, he's definitely the star of this game. Okay, have a quick look at his kills. I'm pretty sure he's well into the 20s by now. Vandal in hand. Again, what we would normally see from Diamond, pushing it like this.
Sit still.
Sees the barrel, and Meeks punished for that one. Not cautious enough about the smoke players. Paradox
Launching smoke.
About to come, but the trade comes in. That event is still in the favor of Sapphire. 2 pretty important ultimates as well. The Neural Theft and the the Neural Theft and the Thrash, but Aoife from heaven with a very clean shot. Finds the kill, and now Diamond on the back foot. All utility, I believe, still available for the side of Diamond. Still very winnable, but they've got so much to clear. There's 1 player Heaven, 1 player U-Haul. And they're holding the side 2-2. They haven't, fully committed the rotate just yet.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, Changa.
Spike down A.
A bit too early first, but
30 seconds left.
Regardless. Hot Dilf in a 1 versus 4. 30 seconds on the clock. Important note, we just saw that hurts pick up. Has the ultimate now. Changa closes it out. It's 12-7. Sapphire not willing to go quietly just yet. Now I believe, if I can get a quick look at the economy, I'd like to see just what the buys are gonna look like from the side of Diamond. Yeah, the buys are a little bit lost here. Of course, Meeks didn't have the eco last round. Does have the Blade Storm, which he will use this time around. But other than that, the economy is relatively even, honestly. The fact that Bala about to come. Oh, never mind. He didn't. He bought for Meeks. Meeks not going to use the Blade Storm this round. Is going to have to commit to the rifle Thais. Pushing through. He's using his own cam as a sort of drone for him. Oh, spotted Hebo.
Camera taken out.
He's gonna peek down, has to win the gunfight, and he does. Very important gunfight to win there. The Neural Theft is popped.
Oh yeah!
And once again, Thais left with his own devices on one side of the map. He makes it work. He's pushed through. The come was dismissed out of there. That hurt has to expend. The ultimate Meeks up on this off angle. Can't find the shots. Hebo will find it. It's a 3 versus 3.
Spike planted.
The Black's ball stimmed on forward. Dizzy will be shot out. Flash doesn't hit anybody. Ball about to come. Oh, he wasn't cleared properly. He finds 1. Has find the other. He still has a dismiss in his face if he needs it.
One enemy
He's dropped,
remaining.
he's sprayed through a little bit, going on fights one. It's a 1 versus 2. Hebo, he has to make this work. Time is ticking away. Final in the hand. Hebo's wingman. The swing! Ball about to come. Who else but him to close it out? It's 13-7. And Diamond, so far this tournament, they are 3-0. Fantastic from Diamond. There's not much to criticize there. You know, they made the same mistakes, I guess, from Corrode, where they weren't able to shut down the fast pushes and it cost them a couple of rounds, but in the end they pick up the slack. Look at Ball about to come. 26-11 Hebo as well, an absolute heroic on the side of Sapphire. 24-13. So incredibly well played from Ball about to come. Ice as well deserves his flowers for the amount of impact. Yeah, Goyeonjung, the guns came alive just when he needed it to. And 13-7, you know, like this is one of the matches that we'd expect to see a lot more of in terms of equal scoreline. And even though this didn't quite deliver to the extent that we saw on Corrode, for all intents and purposes, this match was still, you know, this match was still pretty even. A lot of times, a lot of the rounds could have gone either way. But yeah, like, it's a big issue to give Diamond these man advantages. Like, a lot of the rounds they won, like, their strategy is just going completely unpunished. Ice pushes into a site alone, he sneaks there, he gets a pick or two on the anchors, and then his team just full rotates. Like, this is the same exact formula they've been able to use to win. And in terms of, like, anti-stratting, I guess, like, the strat mostly works because Ice, mechanically speaking, he's absolutely insane from what we've seen. He's won so many of his gunfights. He's played a lot of these rounds pretty much to perfection, and you have to shut. I feel like Ice is the person to shut down on the side of Diamond. You know, like a lot of the plays, a lot of the executes that come off from their attack side, it kind of rests on Ice. If he can find, you know, that 1 to 2 crucial picks and have his whole team just flood the site and they hold it 5v3 on a retake, it's so difficult for them to play. And you know, this again goes back to how methodical Diamond play. They don't really rush a site. They take their time with it. They bleed you out. They let Ice do his thing across the map. And once they've got their pick, they just full send it, and you know, they hold on to that advantage. As now we drop into Haven, and I guess on this map again, Brim, one of the better smokers, but consistently speaking, we also do see a lot of Astra is going to be covered. Diamond, they seem to have already kind of got their picks. Ice again on his silver, we did see him play it on Ascent, and he seems to want to bring it out this time as well. Hot Dilf with a Waylay. This is maybe the first Waylay we've seen in the tournament. Goyeonjung on the Cypher, Meeks again on that Astra, which we did see him play in the first map. Well, about to come, once again, going back to that Reyna after that monster performance. Can't say I blame him. Oh, the Waylay is locked in from Hot Dilf. So, again, pretty, I'd say, relatively standard composition from Diamond, bar maybe the Reyna. You wouldn't really see that very often in, you know, high-level coordinated play. But, you know, if it's a comfort pick, and, of course, last game we just saw him completely tear Sapphire apart with it. So, you know, it makes complete sense. On the side of Sapphire, however, Hebo did see him frag out last game, and he was feeling confident. He wants to pick his duelist. He wants to pick the Reyna, and he's going for it. He and Chang'e have swapped agents. Yifa going back to the Sage. Peridot going from the Raze to the Jet. Of course, Jet, one of the better duelists on this map. And that hurts. Reprising his role as a smoker, but this time on the Omen instead of the Brim. Now, this is a map that we have yet to see either team play, but based off of how we've seen, like in terms of just genuine, like general playstyle, I would say, I think on the attack half, I would say Diamond is a little more favorite simply because of Ice's strategy. There's more sites, more unknowns for Sapphire to deal with when it comes to Ice. They have no clue where he could be. And once Ice, he gets that isolated 1v1. For example, if it's only a single person on C, and he sneaks his way in and, you know, get the kill, it's going to be really difficult for the whole team to rotate. Of course, the map is a little bit bigger, making rotates a bit longer, but still, if Ice can get that man advantage, he can just run away with it. All about to come, opening kill of the map onto Hebo, pushing a little too aggressively out of mid here, and it looks like they just want to storm this B site. The dog going in. Meeks with the plant. And now Diamond, they just have to hold the site. T-Ice all pushed all the way back into Gong. Ball about to come, finds one. T-Ice drops Changa immediately. Peridot with a dash forward.
One enemy remaining.
Has to get away from the man. T-Ice finds one, and it's a flawless T-Ice victory. I cannot sing this man's praises enough.
It is difficult tracking their
He's
own,
finding everything
but
there.
not impossible.
He holds the backside
can do
position.
it.
He's pressed by Peridot. He doesn't falter. He doesn't lose it. He lets Peridot back off. He finds the kill. He sits down Changa, and just in that final duel as well, he just wins it off. T-Ice, absolutely monumental player for his team. Of course, Ball about to come as well with the initial pick.
Take out their healer.
It's just two insanely good fraggers, and the rest of the team contributing so much with utility, and it's working out fantastically for Diamond. And now, it looks like they're just gonna go straight for the C push. Hot Diff already in. Can refract back if he needs to. Has cleared. Smoke is there. T-Ice to the smoke. Wow, he finds Changa Peridot. He's sitting there. Oh, what is this? Oh my lord. Okay, he pushed through. Didn't see Peridot. Peridot gets. Thank you. Easy right click, and he gets the. Back now the dash one forward. He finds one. He finds the trade. The shots don't quite land. That hurts. He's hit by the stun from the trap wire. 3 versus 3. It's a very messy 3 versus 3. Is Meeks. He's stuck in a 1v2. He's gonna be right clicked to death. He's out of here. T-Ice still playing long with that Guardian. He's gonna be staring down 3 people soon. The shots land. Kibo will fall. The shock dot.
One enemy
Will buy him
remaining.
some time. Yifa will in the end. It's a 1v2, and T-Ice and Yoyeon-jung, they did it before. They played the team play well, and they do it again. Fantastic stuff from Diamond. You also want to commend Sapphire there. They played that round about as best as they could. They played as a group. They flooded Meeks on that plant. He couldn't really get out. They find their picks. They get the trade as well onto
Gun here.
It's just with their guns, it was difficult to play the full span, honestly, with that long range Guardian. But now they're on the bye. Changa, sole member on C. The round has slowed down significantly. Peridot. Shots don't quite land. Forced the back up. He takes a little bit of damage, but it's just a little bit worse for where he will.
Right here.
He's the one holding this. Bit of a spam. Not coming through. The suck as well. So utility being burnt out from
Spike down mid.
Sapphire here. Hebo will find T-Ice. That hurts. Waiting that he hears this. Trigger discipline. This is a hot dilf. Not bothered at all by anybody in garage. Just letting them go in. He's holding this. He finds one, can't find the other, but Meeks is there to pick up the slack. It's a 2 versus 3.
Enemy remaining.
Peridot, the shots will land. It's a 1 versus 3 for Meek, and he doesn't have it. Peridot will find it, and they will take the bye round, and they will secure themselves the first
Was that important?
round of the map. Again, like that was well played from the side of Sapphire and Kibo. Being able to play that angle in mid, find that impactful kill on the T-Ice, force Diamond into a duo situation because they're running out of time. They're stuck in a 4 versus 5. They kind of have to hit a side, and they were a bit in a rush. They don't clear garage window properly, and
This is a nice spot.
that hurts. He's just there. Gets the kill on the Yoyeon-jung. Can't quite find Meek. Hot Duke just runs in, and it's at that point when they're in the side, it's a 3 versus 4. Difficult to play. And in the end, they just walk away with the round. Peridot also coming up huge there despite the first initial misses. And I've just cast the first in. Ball about to come. Very skilled. Spectre in hand. Meeks finds another. Has to swing this, but he's caught in the smoke. It's Daryl. Meeks making up for the last round, not being able to clutch it. He finds 2. And once again, Diamond with this man advantage have completely held the site. Have to try and find something. Changa takes out Meeks with the drone.
Last player standing.
15 HP, I believe. The ice. Off the back of the drone, we'll find one. Yoyeon-jung playing with his food a little bit. Not about to come. We'll take it very quick, very fast, very dominant. I'll take a look. Again, we're back a bit on equal footing in terms of. Well, actually, not really. We are gonna have to see a few members of Sapphire
This goes here.
take a bit of cheaper weapons, but yeah, like I think this is one of the rounds very, very important for Diamond to win. If they win this, they build such a strong economy. They're going to be able to hold this
Yalla.
for a long, long time.
The hunt begins.
Gonna fall back here.
Empress or something that he's been very good on with your jump. Can't find it, parried up with the kill on over. 4 versus 5.
Spike planted.
Favor on the side of Sapphire Chunga. Relatively low as well. Needs Nifa to get over here so he can get the heal. Just have to kind of play a bit of a flood retake in Hebo and Paradox. They're already in can't stay ice. Oh my god! Instantaneous kills. What about the finds one? Can't find the other. Nifa there to get another kill, and we're going to 2-3. And once again, as I said, very important round for Diamond to win to build the economy, but even more important for Sapphire in order to try and claw their way back. Just something I've noticed, I guess, would be the fact that Diamond is kind of strayed away from kind of the attack strategies that they tried before, where they would send TS into a site and then get the pick there and flood. They haven't really done that this game. They're kind of trying to do something similar in mid. They always send kind of TI's mid or peek an angle, but never really into a site. And TI's, you see, I think they've got the read on him. They know exactly what the strategy from the side of Diamond would be. They want TI's to get kills, so they just double stack on where he is. They kill him and they shut them out. Hot dude. Dash forward, has the refractor he needs to. Paradox finds one, Paradox finds two. He finds the other. He can't refract back. He attempts to, but Hot Div put in the dirt. It's Jung in a duel with That Hurts, and indeed it does. Flawless from Sapphire. And this is where we start to see the anti-strat. We saw Sapphire kind of get the read on what Diamond wants to do. They want to be able to kind of play an angle for TI's to get the pick, and then they would just use time and manpower to choke out their opponents. But in this case, they've got the read, they've stacked multiple members on where they think TI's will be, and if he is there, he peeks, he's either traded or he just gets nothing and dies. Which makes it difficult for Diamond, because they're gonna have to either try and find or employ a different strategy if Sapphire actually do have this read. We saw Hebo already popped the Empress, Chunga, Soul Member in Garage, Paradox, finds the ice.
I know it's
back down,
finds
mid.
it, Chunga with a trade, and Goyon Jung finds another as well. So 3 versus 3, the Nero Theft will be used. The second pop comes in. The press on forward, the Empress from Hebo is another.
Last player standing.
He may have
Spike
escaped it.
down.
Hebo
C.
will take him out, and it's now a 1 versus 2 round team. Can't get it. That hurts. Finished the round previously, and he finishes the round this time as well. Goyon Jung did indeed disconnect. A little bit unlucky there for Diamond, but still overall well played. And finally, we see round advantage swung in favor of Sapphire. They lead 4-3. Oh, we will be hitting a timeout. Okay. So now we have a bit of a timeout, and I guess it gives me a bit more time to discuss, you know, some of the things I've noticed. Sapphire on this defensive half, they seem to be, it's kind of similar to how they play offensive on Bind. They like to kind of play together. A lot of them, they just like to stack. I mean, of course, it doesn't look like that on the map right now, but they play very good crossfires, and they play really good trade angles, from what I've noticed. And I think this is what's making it so difficult for Diamond to kind of run away with this game, because they can't really get the entry. If they enter in because of where they're playing, they just get traded immediately, and the advantage is still swung in favor of Sapphire, because, you know, we've seen Hot Doof and TI's, they try to kind of force their way into the site, they send it, and then they fall, and then Diamond just looks completely lost. They've lost kind of what makes them such a terrifying team, that being the man advantage. They can play that man advantage so brilliantly, and when they lose that, it becomes difficult for them to kind of be able to claw their way through the rest of the round. And timeout's over. Goyon Jung is back, and I believe we will also be seeing a full eco,
Rise and
a full
bring
eco on the
glory.
side of Diamond. You know, if they win this, it is pretty important. If they can get this thrifty, very, very huge for them to start kind of getting the advantage back. Peridot has that operator. Yifa. Quick kill onto Theis. Hebo, he's pushed all the way up main, just waiting and waiting. Patience is the name of the game here. They know they can play patience because of their mana advantage. Hebo,
Spike down A.
find me. Peridot is here. The shot doesn't land. Well, about to come. He's trying to push forward. Peridot will find Hot Div as well. They're just not given an inch of space. Try as they might, Diamond cannot find anywhere to take. They're trying their best to clear, but they're just gonna flood it on. The shots don't land. It's all about to come. They want to knife him. But Yifa, not having any of that, gets the kill. 2-round advantage now for Sapphire. No, this was a full eco, so not seeing a completely unexpected result of the round, but still very, very good. They get to keep this operator and they get to build more economy. Look at Peridot. He's the one with the operator and he has 8,000 credits. Like, he is not going broke for at least 3 rounds, and they would have to lose all 3. And Peridot up here with the up, not gonna take the shot. Will drop, will spot it out. Look at how it has the convergence, has the refract, has absolutely everything. Just needs to find a way to use it. Theis with the drone on forward. Again, this is just Diamond trying to play and prod for information. They're trying to catch a member of Sapphire being too impatient. One wrong peek and 1 kill, and then they will just flood and they will try and find anything. Of course, the most vulnerable member right now, Changa, sole player in C. If he falls here, could very well go in favor of Diamond, but Changa will find Hot Div and meets with the trade, but that hurts. He's clawed his way all the way back into this familiar position. He's got one of the shots. He whiffs it! Theis! With the headshot, he finds it. He's incredibly low, but that may be the pick they need. Peridot has to dash away. Going to jump in the plant. All about to come. Finds Hebo. Man advantage swung in favor of Diamond. Yifa finds Valorant. Rez comes in. It's a 3 versus 2. The spam doesn't find Hebo. The blade storm forward. He's looking for Goyonjong. He does not have the flick fast enough, as he will fall, and it is now a 2 versus 2.
1 enemy remaining.
Theis all the way along. The dynamic duo Goyonjong and Theis. They've played these close plans before. Yifa will find it. 1 versus 1. It's a 1 HP from Theis. Oh no, the wall! Has to shoot it out. He's sticking. Theis has to push up. He's one shot. The drop dart, he can tank it!
I am not.
The defuse is there, Yifa. Good stuff with the utility. Theis does not want to let go of that gun. And Sapphire, they extend their lead further. The dynamic duo not quite enough this time around.
Anything?
Yeah, I mean, now we kind of get back into it's dire straits for Diamond, because losing this round has completely broken their economy. Like, they're gonna have to, maybe not full save, but they are gonna have to either eco in some capacity or have to. And even so, like, it's difficult for them to play. The spell about to come. Has the hero rifle, has popped his ultimate. Peridot. Potentially letting himself get scanned. Sitting there with the ult. He's tagged. Has to back away. Hunter's Fury not available for the ice. Shotgun goes still. Oh, he loses half his HP there. He was still available. Oh, never mind. They are not unequal. They were able to buy. Again, this is just kind of, I think it's pretty obvious that Sapphire has gotten the read. They know exactly what Diamond are trying to do. They're trying to play slow to try and punish any limitations, but by not giving any avenues to Diamond to punish, there's nothing that they can really do. Peridot blows Hot Div's head off, and Hebo is not picks up that kill. In mid, but it's difficult to suck. Have the tailwind with the wall Peridot. He's the absolute X factor this round with that operator. He finds 3 kills. Yifa will pick it up. The ball about to come. He loses the Empress as well for this round.
Gonna be pretty
And it's a
low
4-round
over
lead
there.
for Sapphire. The first we've seen of this series. Look at Peridot. He's got that operator, and he knows exactly how to use it. You know, 3 kills that round with the operator is so important. Kibo as well needs to get credit for that kill onto TICE. You know, they like we said it before. TICE
Keep up.
kind of the solo hero for the side of Diamond. Let him do his thing and then just follow up after. But by shutting him down, and they got it again. They know TICE goes mid, and look at that, they stacked 2. That hurts. We'll find it. Kibo finds it as well. Paired up with the op. We'll find another.
down.
Just not hit the
Attacker spawn.
tailwind.
Blocking sight. Here.
Shot through. He knows the spike is still there. Bulldog in hand.
One enemy remaining.
The spray on forward will find it. And it's all about to come. All the extra short. He finds one with the charge forward. That hurts with a shorty. Will shut him down, and it's 8-3
Last round in the half.
for Diamond, for Sapphire. Last round in the half. You know, they had to equal that round just to be able to get the bye. Goyon Jung, Neural Theft available, Astral Divide available, Refract Convergence available, all for the side of Sapphire. Diamond. They just have to find an avenue to use it. We have yet to see the Refract or the Astral Wall be used at all. And you know, Changa also has the Seekers up from the Shadows available as well. Just waiting on the opportunity to use the TICE. He is AFK. We may be getting a timeout. We may. Could be some connection issues, no idea, but they are playing very slow. Nope, TICE is back. Pushing forward, ball about to come. As well, Kibo, he's played this position before. The shot doesn't let him. Kibo finds one, gets the dismiss, and he's out. The Astral Divine used from Meeks. He's spotted, he's trying to find the kills, and he finds TICE hunting for the trade back. It's a 3 versus 4 convergence, and Neural Theft still available, not used. Yeah, they know everybody's in this main. If they can just kind of pincer them, and that's exactly what they do in the convergence channel. But it doesn't come through. Yifa finds it Paradot. It's 1 each for the members of Sapphire, and they take it 9-3, a reverse of what we saw on Bide. Diamond's slow and methodical, man advantage heavy, man advantage oriented playstyle has been figured out. And Sapphire are punishing it flawlessly. They are not giving any sort of avenue for Diamond, or not even just TICE, but anybody on Diamond, to really try and find that opening pick and try and convert that into something. They're just not giving them anything. The patience from the side of Sapphire now to just wait for them, wait for Diamond
Let us hunt.
to become impatient. And it's, you know, it's worked out flawlessly. They've got it figured out since the 4th round. And they're just running away with it. Of course, there is a bit of defensive utility on the side of Diamond here. But Jungle finds one. That hurts him paired up, fighting one of their own. 3 versus 4. Hondo goes in. He misses the gen. And that hurts finds it. That hurts with the 3rd. It's all about to come. He has both the dismiss and the power. But Peridot, he's not letting you get out of there. He's hunting you down. He gets the kill. And that is a pistol. 1 for Sapphire. No, this is, I think, I could be wrong, this may be one of the bigger leads we've seen all tournament. Having a 10-3 lead like this is pretty major. It's a 7-round gap. Changa is going to pick up the single for himself. The rest of Sapphire is going to be able to get their buys going through, and you know, you'd expect this to just be 11-3 at this point, just because the gut advantage all in favor of Sapphire. Kibo with the Bulldog here. I didn't see, does Parrot have an outlaw? I didn't catch that. Nope, he has a Bucky, okay. Has to kind of play these close angles, and he will. Sight was given completely for free. They just have to try and play 5-man retake, but look at Val about to come. He's coming on a very long flank. Kibo. Spray on forward, doesn't find anything. Meeks' position is no, he's on the wall. He whiffs the shotgun, and TICE will fix it. Val about to come. He wins out the duel on the flank, and Changa hesitates way too long, and it's a beautiful flood retake from Diamond. They find themselves a flawless as well. Guns to be played on Eco. I have just cast the curse Sapphire. I really have. I said this is probably 11-3. I've completely cast the curse them. This is wow. Paradox, like missing that Bucky shot into T.I.'s so detrimental. I mean, I get it. You're not expecting a smoke someone to just kind of full charge out of it, but wow, that was unlucky for Sapphire, and now they're on the eco.
Keep up.
Turns have tabled, but even so, even if Sapphire do lose this, they will still have an advantage for. Sorry, even if Diamond loses, they still have the advantage in terms of economy. The economy will swing, but whoever wins this round significantly, or if Diamond wins this round, they will be significantly in the lead. Peridot only has his Sheriff. Go on, jump. Spotted! Spotted with his utility out, Hebo. Quick tap will find the kill. I believe he got the rifle for himself as well. Oh, that's the smokes down. Meek's got that hurt. All about to come. Looking for more. Yifa with a swing forward, a bit too aggressive. Meek's there.
One
Punish.
enemy
All about to
remaining.
come will fall. But T.I.'s on the
Spike
flank
down
with the
mid.
stinger finds through. And it's all on Hebo. Couple of shots ring out. Who knows? T.I.'s behind him. And there's another one as well. Meeks with a pop-off. Round finds 3. T.I.'s
Gun
with a
here.
fantastic flank as well.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
Now it gets a bit dire for Sapphire. Yes, they're on the buy, but look at Diamond's economy. They have so much money. Even if they lose this, they're going to be able to buy the next round, and maybe even the next, depending on how many guns they save. Or even if they win, they're just going to have a lot of money. That thrifty, so important for them to kind of claw their way back in there. No ultimates available for either side just yet.
Scanning ahead.
Playing this aggressive position. Nope. Just gonna drop the arrow and back off. Scan everybody, ball about to come. He knows they're there! With Peridot, his reaction time is faster. He finds the kill. Shock belt will be deployed. He's hit with the paranoia. Does not have any mobility. He's afraid of someone pushing him. The smoke comes in, and he's sprayed through. The ice will fall. Yifa gets it. Sapphire, they're flooding into side. He ditches in. Can't refract out. Goyon Jung, he fights one, but he's traded.
Spike planted.
It's all on Meeks. It's a 1 versus 4. He's in heaven. This smoke makes it so difficult to play out of. They should know where he is. Only one real spot he can be in.
Knocking them.
Kakas comes in. He finds the Kakas onto Yifa. Gets the kill. 1 versus 3. Position is known. That hurts. Still there. The gunshots. They land. Meeks will find him. It's a 1 versus 3. He's still flash. Chunga will find it. It's a teammate from Sapphire. And what a way to bounce back. Meeks tried his best that round, got whatever he could, given his circumstance. Has the Astral Divide up and
Should I
available
play
now.
some stars in
Neurotech
this
for
reality?
Goyon Jung as well. Difficult
That'll
position.
work. Need
Very
that.
good spray from Yifa to find T.I.'s
About
in that
there.
zone, trying to rotate out short. Now they just have to kind of play to their strengths. Now Sapphire, very good at playing 5v5, very good at flooding. If they can keep this up, Diamond may struggle to keep up
Got
with
to
it.
tap obscuring vision.
Meeks dropping the smoke. He hears the TP. I believe he heard it. And Hot Dill
Spike
will
down
punish the
B.
fact that that hurts his load. And the spike is dropped in sight. Peridot has found his way through. The ball about to come. He is there. He finds it. Empress popped as well. All 3 members of Sapphire remaining in B main. Pushing forward. Yifa finds 1. Yifa finds 2. The clutch factor. The flash is
Last
planted. Hot
player
Dill.
standing.
His position is unknown. But he has to keep quiet. And Hebo. He comes up huge for Sapphire. That flash.
Match
2
point.
final kills
One
with the
more.
Empress. It's
Then
match
first shout
point for
on me.
Sapphire. And look at the economy. Like they have to. It's hard, really hard. This round was a must-win from Sapphire. They win this, they put Diamond on such a big deficit. They're all stuck on shotguns. A single 2 hero rifles are all that remains. A judge picked up for ball about to come. They have to just kind of play these ranges. They know this. Sapphire knows they're on the eco, and that's why they're gonna just pick the long fights.
Hawk out.
Pushing in.
Blinding.
Flash in as well. Peridot hit by the trap. He's still going on forward. The entirety of the team, they're just falling in. Hot Dilf and Meeks has fallen. It's a 3 versus 5. Peridot pushing in aggressively. Goyon Jung. Shot don't quite land. He's using
Spike
the
planted.
away. The crouch. He gets more bullets. Stay out with Peridot. That's the trying to find something back. Evo with the spray. Ice wins it out. It's a 2 versus 3. Hunt the series. Will be deployed,
Last
not
player
finding anything.
standing.
1 versus 1. Ball about to come. No bullets. He's stuck in a 1 versus
Attackers
2.
win.
He's pincered. That hurts. Will close it out. 13-5 for Sapphire. And there it is. That's the series. 1-1. Diamonds. They have been broken on this Haven map. They will go 1-1 this series. Previously 2-0. Total record of 3-1. Wow,
Christian,
what a game from Sapphire. Like they were able
this
to
is
kind of
calling 0 or
find their
Right.
advantage.
No,
They
it
found
can't points. It
the
can't
right
points.
play,
Like
and
if
they
you win the map, then
beautifully.
yeah,
They knew
it counts towards the house points.
exactly what T-Ice wanted
It's like
to do. They knew he was very
total
fond
maps
of
one.
peeking mid,
Total
very
maps one.
fond of finding some sort of entry.
So if like,
to
let's say Diamond
the
wins
site
2
and
and
then
we win
just flooding in after. But
so both of us
you
to
know,
win some.
Sapphire
if
prompted them.
both
They
equal-
knew
both are
this,
equal,
and
then
they
you just,
didn't give them
what do you call it?
anything.
Round difference.
0 avenues
Between
be
just
able
2 of
to
our team or just
punish aggression.
overall?
Just pure patience on the side of
Alright.
Sapphire, and because
Between
of it,
just
they were able to
the
punish them so
game
so
between
hard.
us
And
or
Kibo,
overall?
absolute
Overall,
clutch factor.
overall.
He came out absolutely
Okay.
huge for his team in those last 2 rounds. Getting that flank off, getting the kill
Good
onto
game, good
T-Ice, pinning
Again.
Goyon Jung into that corner, and even that last round when it was just Hot Dilf stuck in that 1v3, couldn't do much. He was flashed. The clear was great. He got the kills he needed. Hebo came out huge for his team, and of course Peridot as well. A lot of credit to be given to Peridot. Played masterful opping. You know that round we saw where he got the 3-piece. Beautiful stuff from them, and of course Diamond on the first map didn't really have anybody to answer their strategies. But once they get figured out, looks like Diamond has a little bit of trouble trying to adapt or try to come up with something new for this. But of course, that's all we have for now, and we will be moving into the next game. I'm not sure if it's scheduled for 4 p.m. I'm not sure if we are ahead of schedule. We will, of course, have to wait for Garnet and Topaz to wrap up their match if they haven't already. And we will be going on a short break until we move on to the next match. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.